Have you ever wondered, why can't I just be happy? Hey there, I'm Sharon Pope. I help women who are struggling in disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles inside their marriage or know that their only answer is to leave and how to do that without regret. If you like what you hear, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. If you have been struggling inside of a marriage that isn't that bad, you have probably asked yourself at some point, why can't I just be happy? Maybe you're like my client, who I'll refer to as Kathleen. She and her husband had been married for 22 years. They had two children. One was off to college and the other was in the later years in high school. And they had owned a business together for the last 16 years. Now, Kathleen is like a lot of my clients. She is action-oriented. She works really hard. I call it the GSD woman, the get shit done kind of woman, right? She's getting things done all the time at work. She's getting things done at home. Everything's sort of taken care of. And she says that she and her husband are great business partners. They're great parents. They're good friends. They don't argue. They're both good people, but they are living essentially like roommates. Now, when Kathleen was in her 20s, she wanted to find a good man and she wanted to kickstart her career, like a lot of us did. And then in her 30s is when she started having kids and she really wanted to pour her love and time and attention and energy into raising her kids. And then in her 40s, she submerged herself in the family business and she really got a lot of fulfillment from watching that business grow and begin to thrive. But now in her 50s, she is much more interested in meaningful experiences and connections. She's interested in having time and space to be able to explore her interests and her passions. And she wants intimacy in her marriage. She wants a connection with the person that she is spending her life with. Those connections are really important to her now. And this leaves her feeling frustrated and hopeless because her husband is a perfectly good guy. And because he's very confused by this, he doesn't understand why she can't just look around at this great life they've built and why can't she just be happy. He's confused and frankly irritated sometimes. Now, he hasn't done anything wrong, and she hasn't done anything wrong either. But when she can't sleep at night and she is just tormented with indecision, the thing that she stops and continues to ask herself is, why can't I just be happy? It must be me. There must be something wrong with me. Now, here's what I want you to know. Resistance is futile here, okay? What we want in our 20s is not the same thing we want in our 50s. The thing that brought us together as a couple is not the thing that is going to keep us together over the course of decades. What we want in the first half of our lives is very different than what we want in the second half of our adult lives. And so what I want you to start to think about is that nothing's gone wrong. There's nothing wrong here. What's gone wrong is that we almost expect that we will not change and our priorities and our needs and what's important to us won't change. From the day we got married, let's say we got married at 28, that our needs and everything that we desire in that moment is all we will ever desire for ourselves. That's where we got it wrong. And then when we project that onto our partners, assuming that who they are the day that we get married, that's just going to be freeze-dried, and they're never going to change, evolve, and grow. That's where we get it wrong, right? Because life hands us experiences, and life changes us. If you have children, you know you are not the same person now as you were before you ever had children. If you've ever had real loss in your life, a parent passing away, losing a home, or having to lose a business to bankruptcy, losing a job, anything like that, you know that those things change you. So this idea that we shouldn't change and you're the bad guy, if you will, if you're the one that does change, I want to unwind all of that and go, stop. We should expect our partners to change. We should stop resisting the change that's happening within us or within our partners. We should expect them to change, evolve, and grow. And guess what? You got a front row seat to all of it. Right? If we expect that to happen, then we're curious about who our partners are and who they're becoming, how their needs and desires and interests are changing over time. We become curious about that as opposed to shut down about it. I know, the primitive mind loves security. And security and surety comes with promises and things not ever changing. But what I'm saying is if we don't embrace that change, like you can not like that answer, that's okay, but you will suffer because that is the reality of life. We are all changing, evolving, and growing. And I want you to be able to accept that for yourself and realize nothing's gone wrong. If what you want in your 50s looks very different than what you wanted in your 20s, congratulations, you've grown. And if it's your partner that you feel like is taking on all the massive changes and you don't understand what's happening, I want you to step back from that and stop getting so tied to they should be the same, that they should never change, and that change is hard and change means the marriage might end. I understand why that brings up a lot of stuff for us. But the minute we stop resisting and we start allowing this change and becoming curious about this change, now what we might be able to create together in the second half of our adult lives will really feel like it fits. If that was helpful for you, I hope you will give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to explore working more closely together, you can find a link in the notes field where you can complete an online application, and we will explore whether or not there's a fit for you and I to work together in a coaching capacity. Take good care.